Hi guys, welcome back to Rule 16. I am your host Javon, and today we're back for a brand new benchmark. Once again, it's The Last of Us Part 1 for the PC. That's a weird watering effect, isn't it? Well, this is already a bad start. Anyway, today we're running this on my Intel Core i3-10105 with the AMD RX 570 4GB VRAM graphics card. I'm running with 16GB of DDR4 RAM and dual channel memory, and yeah, as you can see, it is running at 30 FPS locked right now, but I'm not even running at 1080p, I'm running at 720, so I'm downscaled. Yeah, I'm using FSR2, so I'm using 1080p, FSR down quality scale to quality, and I'm running on the lowest preset. Just to start off, and we'll see what happens from there. I'm actually gonna uncap the frame rate now, and we're gonna see. This is the latest, this is patch 1.05, I believe. This is the latest one, so yeah, performance is gonna be the best it can be here. It seems we're able to even hit 60 at certain points, but yeah, you're gonna need the low settings for this game. Unfortunately, my i3-10105 is going to be a limiting factor as well, so keep that in mind when watching the video. As you can see, my i3 is struggling. It can barely hit 60, I believe. So actually, this actually makes it a great card for that because it'll get close. But it means that even if I was to drop FSR even more, all that would happen is my CPU would just become the bottleneck instead. But we will show you just in case. But I do like this. I think this is actually quite solid, but for the sake of transparency in the video, you see I put it balanced. Did that do anything? No, it didn't. Simply because, like I said, the CPU is the bottleneck. So it doesn't really matter. So we can drop that back. At this point, I actually didn't expect the RX 570 to do this well. Look at that. In fact, the performance actually got worse. Yeah, because it was a CPU bottleneck after a while. This isn't bad though. So 1080p low, FSR2 set to quality, and we're on the low settings, man. And we can play The Last of Us. This has come a long way, dude, since the original game came out on PC, man. It was terrible. This is playable. This is great. We're using 14 gigabytes of RAM. My VRAM is already at 3.7 on low settings, which is it just tells you 4 gigabytes ain't it anymore, guys. It just ain't it. I remember a time where 1080p was only about 2 gigabytes of VRAM. Now it's whole 4 on the lowest settings. It's like, nah, broski.
Over here.
What I would recommend is capping this to 30 FPS though, because look, if you cap this, obviously you can see the frame times are all over the place at when you just leave it uncapped. But if you cap it, you can get a smooth 30 FPS experience with no frame drops. Especially if you have a lower end CPU as well. Just keep that in mind. So even with an RX 570, you can play The Last of Us. And because I have it like this, I could probably raise the settings up. Not really, because VRAM, but limitations. But still, I'm sure there are a few settings I could bump up. I'm not gonna do that, but this is a solid experience. The game looks good on low. I feel like they've managed to get it to a certain point where it still looks good on even on the low settings. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and stick around for more epic content. If you guys enjoy seeing me test games like this on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below again like to see me test next, man. I test basically everything here on the channel. It's crazy.
Sort of. They see things like that, like that.
I'm not even going to uncap this again. I feel like I'm just going to leave it here like this because this is nice. This is, as you can see, there are no frame drops. Like, not even a stutter. Like, it is solid 30 FPS. Like, what else could you possibly want at this point? If you're gaming on lower end hardware like an RX 570, which is sad because I had this from 2019, man. This is my RX 570, was able to do games at 1080p medium to high settings. Sometimes high settings, and now it can barely do low. Crazy. But with a better CPU, you would be able to get a bit more out of it. So just keep that in mind. This game is capable of doing 60 FPS, just not very consistently.
You alright?
It's nothing.
search for supplies.
Let's get the hell out of here.
You said it.
Oh, boy.
Up there. Look.
Just see if there's a way through.
It's clear. Come on, Ellie.
All right, kid, you're up.
Come on. You got it. Okay. Come on, big guy. Let's go. Fuckers.
Shit. Go, go.
That's our way out. Over the scaffolding.
Over there.